Women are increasingly seen as an important part of the international development agenda. Empowering women and promoting gender equality are enshrined as global development objectives within the Millennium Development Goals agreed to in year 2000. Lagos State, under the Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration, is leaving no stone unturned to ensure that issues relating to women and the youth are placed in the front burner. In today's special report on T.H.E.M.E.S agenda this week, Damilare Fagunwa of our News and Current Affairs Department examines the activities and role of the Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation in eliminating all forms of discrimination against women and managing women development in line with the T.H.E.M.E.S agenda of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Lagos State Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation was established in 1999, prior to becoming a full-fledged ministry in March 2001, to initiate, formulate, execute, monitor, and evaluate policies relating to women affairs and poverty alleviation, coordination of the activities of women, non-governmental organizations, identification of needs and promotion of economic activities of women in rural areas, promotion of arts and crafts produced by women entrepreneurs for exports, vocational training and skill acquisition for all categories of women and others in need of special assistance, among others. As a ministry committed with the responsibilities of eliminating all forms of discrimination against women and managing women development, as well as encouraging solidarity among women groups, the Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation under the present administration has continued to address the problems and the challenges facing women in the society in fulfillment of its pledge to end poverty through the implementation of social economic empowerment programs. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu over the years has empowered not less than 48,000 Lagos residents through its various empowerment initiatives and poverty alleviation programs. The governor, who promised to uplift the living standards of the citizens at the inception of his administration, kept part of the promise through the Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation by giving a sum of 20,000 naira each to 1,450 women as livelihood support in the year 2020, while another 1,500 women also benefited from the same gesture in 2021 International Widows Day. The ministry also marks the International Widows Day yearly. The present administration gave out items worth 100 million naira, including sewing machines, pepper grinders, popcorn machines, air dryers, barbing sets, generators, and other essentials as economic support to over 1,100 vulnerable women and indigent residents whose means of livelihood have been decimated by the effects of the pandemic. The government achieved the feat by working with various associations across the state, who in turn reached out to the beneficiaries. As women empowerment remains a top priority, and any society that neglects the full potential of its female population is guilty of shortchanging them. The Lagos Mega Empowerment Program covers all the 19 local government areas and 37 local council development areas in the state. The Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation yearly marks the International Women's Day. To validate his administration's readiness to protect women, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu constantly reiterates his commitment to zero tolerance for all forms of domestic violence against women and young ladies, particularly rape. Governor Sanwo-Olu noted that government agencies such as Domestic and Sexual Violence Response Team, Citizens Mediation Center, WAPA, Office of Public Defender have the full backing in their daily efforts to tackle the menace of domestic violence against women and young ladies.
We also want to further demonstrate our commitment to the cause of women in Lagos State. This administration will ensure that we have a zero tolerance on all forms of domestic violence against women, against young ladies, particularly rape, sexual, domestic assaults, and will continue to ensure that our teams that are working with the Citizen Mediation Center, the WAPA office, our Office of Public Defender, will continue to ensure that we name and shame anybody that is caught in this act, and will stop at nothing to bring justice and ensure that justice is served at any of those events.
In order to sustain and surpass the state's attainment in women empowerment, Women Assembly Forum aimed at addressing the challenges faced by women in Lagos through socio-economic programs and policies was also launched. It is observed all over the world that women are faced with a myriad of challenges ranging from financial, economic, security, marital issues, and gender-based violence, particularly rape. The forum was initiated for the government to have heart-to-heart discussions with women on issues of empowerment, financial management, and behavioral concerns, among others. For the wife of Lagos State Governor Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, the state government is determined to protect the rights of its citizens, especially women and vulnerable members of the society who often face unfair treatment from the public.
Let's use this opportunity to encourage women to strive to be the best in their chosen field. This will lead to success and ultimately stand therefore even amongst their male counterparts. Leadership is not the exclusive right of men. Women too can. Hopefully, in the near future, I want to see more female heads of service and heads of government.
As part of efforts to curb the increasing rate of women who fall into depression following the trauma of domestic violence, the Lagos State Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation (WAPA) recently organized a capacity training program to help survivors overcome their mental health challenges. The program was designed to help victims who suffer depression from gender-based violence (GBV) achieve emotional and financial freedom after the traumatic experience. Also, eradicating poverty and reducing hunger is a core part of the T.H.E.M.E.S agenda of the Sanwo-Olu administration. To this end, the Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation established 19 skill acquisition. Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation Bolaji Dada, in our statistics, said over 100 widows trained in short-term skills such as hairdressing and cosmetology, event decoration, catering, tie and dye, among others, also received starter packs to set up their personal businesses. Dada also confirmed that a total of 3,337 adults also benefited from health intervention programs initiated by the ministry. The 19 skills acquisition centers located in the nooks and crannies of the state, including Ayobo, Badagry, Ego, Ejigbo, Ikorodu, Koshofe, Lagos Island, and Isheri, among others, to cushion the effects of unemployment, support widows, as well as offer economic empowerment to women and young persons. Women leaders across the world and women organizations have also demonstrated skills, knowledge, and network to effectively lead in COVID-19 response and recovery efforts, thereby making use of their wealth of experience, perspectives, skills, and unique ideas that are useful in stemming the tide of the pandemic.
I therefore call on women in Lagos State and Nigeria as a whole that there is a lot of room for us at the top. We must strive and work harder so that the sky will not be our limit, but the starting point. We can go beyond the sky to get to the top. I also urge our men to give us more support to express our unique talent and God-given opportunities.
The ministry organized various short-term vocational skills acquisition training programs to tackle unemployment among women and young female, widows, indigent, vulnerable women, women living with health challenges and disabilities, civil servants exiting from active service, women drawn from faith-based organizations, and other categories of women in the state. Some of the beneficiaries of the empowerment initiatives thanked the state government for taking deliberate steps to ameliorating their challenges by providing them with useful equipment that will help promote their businesses.
Making of air, I love it. I have passion for it. And I really appreciate what governor did for us.
My department is soap making department. And this organization, WIPA, Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, they really tried for us. We appreciate their effort of everything they have been doing.
I don't know, makeup and bead making could be like this. When I see it on people, I'll just, can I do this? But now I am bold to say it, I can do it.
Eradicating poverty and reducing hunger is a core part of the T.H.E.M.E.S agenda of the Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration. It is clear that the vision of the present administration in the state, through the Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, is to ameliorate the plight of women, widows in the state, and empower them to be self-reliant in coping with numerous challenges confronting them. This is where we draw the curtains on this week's edition of the special report on the activities and achievements of the T.H.E.M.E.S agenda, focusing on the Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. For feedback, you can follow us on all our social media platforms: Twitter at Lagos Traffic 961, Instagram Lagos Traffic, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On YouTube, subscribe to our channel Traffic Radio 961. Also, you can download our app Lagos Traffic 96.1 FM from Play Store for more traffic updates. This program is a production of Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. I am Abiola Fagbolagun.
Today's themes agenda this week examined the activities and the role of the Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation in eliminating all forms of discrimination against women in line with the themes agenda